James Lake Show, where I am doing another live where I run my business live, and it's like a vlog. It's a business vlog, and I want to talk about some very, very major pieces of mindset that they've made me a lot of money, and they could help anyone go. Do you know what? I would say it's a prerequisite to being a good businessman. To master this, then yeah, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to get into it. Before I get into this, though, guys, I'm going to show you what's going on. So it's first of the month. It's 8:20 here. I am in our office in Almelo, Holland. I got my colleagues down there chatting. We go in here, see what's going on. Yo, BC, what's going on? Yeah, first of the month. Harry, what's going on, brother? Nice, all right. It's going to be Harry's first day making calls today. So guys who've been watching the channel know that he came over this week, and yeah, he's been like practicing his calls, and he's been like working out who he's going to call, what his pitch is going to be. He's never been in sales before, so it's an exciting thing. I said to Harry, like, I'll talk about it in a second, but I said it's interesting that every kind of thing that you do that's, say, out of your comfort zone, like say you've never made calls before, and that's like a big deal. You got to phone up someone who doesn't even know you're going to make a phone call to them, and now you got to introduce yourself and try and persuade them to buy stuff from you. Like, that's scary, and I can understand how a lot of people get scared doing that. And I think that the thing is, the person who you want to be, you've got all that stuff in between. So whoever you want to be, you've got all that scary stuff in between. So you just got to get on and do it, you know? And I think, like, actually, where we're talking on the podcast today, I wouldn't call it a podcast or a live stream, but yeah, where I'm talking on that today, I think that, let me just shut this door. That this is basically the key to mindset. If you accept that who you want to be has trials and tribulations between it. So if I talk about Harry, for example, next door, Harry wants to be a killer salesman. He wants to earn a fortune in sales. Okay. So he's not just going to become that like that. He's going to have to go through the fire. Right now, he's never made a call before. He's never even sold anything before. So he's not just going to get on the call and be slick. That's not how it works. He's going to have to keep running into a wall. And every time he runs into the wall, the proverbial wall, the wall is the customer. Every time he runs into the wall, he comes back a little bit slicker, a little bit more charismatic. And it's the same thing for business, because every time you go and you fail, it might be sad, you've lost your savings, you've got to go back, you'll go back to a job, you've got to start again. However, you now know a little bit more. Next time you roll the dice and you have that £1,000 and you start your eBay business, maybe it'll be good. Denny Blues, what's up, bro? Free Palestina, 100%, bro. Pray for our brothers and sisters. So guys, just tuning in, this is my second business live. I did the first business live yesterday. I feel like I have a very interesting business. I've got 50 staff. I got 40 in the UK. Well, 42 in the UK, like 7, 8 here. Well, it was 8 at the start of the week, and now it's 7 because we had that person quit. Guys who watch the channel know. Well, actually, it was 7 on the Monday, 8 on the Tuesday, and then 7 on the Wednesday. That's how it went. But yeah, I want to basically show my expertise with business, show how I'm running my business, and also further to what I've been saying to you guys before. I think just me talking to you guys about what you should expect and how hard business should be is kind of the words that I need to hear. And in saying them, it makes me feel better. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I've been in business for I've been in business since I was 11, which is now like 23 years. But I've been in like business as an adult for 15 years. And now, as I've been in business for an adult for 15 years, I would say these last 6 months have been the most stressed I've ever been. And these words, they're what you need to hear, what I need to hear. And I'll tell you why they're the most stressed I've been. IT, yeah, tech. I sell all, I sell phones. I sell keyboards, mice, cases, bags, laptops, memory, everything IT. I sell just phone cases, and that's very, very broad. But essentially what we have is we have a business in the UK that does about £1 million a month. And then we have a business here which is doing about £200,000 a month. We started out and we had nothing for either. The UK started out 14 years ago, and the European business started out 3 years ago. But because obviously when I started the UK business, I started it from a small size. I only had £15,000 to start the business with. Now, when I came to start this business, my UK business was already doing like £1 million a month. So I didn't want to start it at that small size. So we started it with heavy investment. But that means that if it doesn't work, you're going to have lost more money. So 2 years in, we've done like 500,000. But I can start to see that, okay, we're getting better months, but we're still losing a fortune. But you can see the trajectory. But we were still posting enough profits from the UK to relatively stress-free, just continue pushing forward. Now, this last year, we've seen, especially the last 6 months, UK had a lot of pressure. It's like the economy hasn't been as good, and we've been struggling to get as much sales in the UK. And in lieu of that, it hasn't had the cash availability to support out here in Holland. And now, picture this: I'm 600,000 deep in a hole out here. And it's not just the money that it's lost up until this point, it's also the money that it has to loan out, because my business is a credit business. So whereas a credit business, it loans all the money out to the customers that it sells to. So even though it grows, and let's say it makes a little bit of profit this month, it makes a couple grand in profit, but it's loaned out 40 more. So like, man, it's been like I've been out in a paddle boat at deep sea where it's been too far to go back and I can't see shore this way. But anyway, the long part of this story is that it's been a turning point this month, because like finally we've seen like light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that I have to realize that all of that bleakness, where like you kind of get that onset of like stress or panic, and I'm like, man, I'm seriously deep here. I'm too far to swim back this way, and it's too far away there. And you just think, I hope this is right. But like that's what it is. And it doesn't matter where you are on the on the economic business ladder. It doesn't matter if you just started out, or you're where I am, or you're where Bezos is, a million times higher than I am, or not a million times, probably 1,000 times, right? But you take that and you say, well, I think the stress is always going to be there. So if you're going up, you're always going to be doing the most stressful level, up, stressful level, stressful level. So you kind of need to accept the fact that that is life. And then you need to reframe it that you're constantly going to be under a state of stress, as like life or God or the universe, or whichever way you look at it. Obviously, I look at it as God, but whichever way you look at it is forcing the diamond, is you kind of have to appreciate it. And the way that I try to like make myself feel better about everything is I I realized that life, business is golf, especially as a man. And the way I mean it's golf is, I mean, it's just days where you hope it goes well, and then the ball goes off that way, then it goes off that way. But that one time that it goes straight, the one time that your golf ball goes straight and it ends up like being a hole in one, you really have to appreciate that. So when I have a good day, I just think I'm not going to think about tomorrow's problems. I'm not going to think about yesterday's problems, because all of my stress that I've had this month has been about trying to make money. So if I've made money today, then I shouldn't stress, because this is what I was stressing for. So I try to just and appreciate it. A bit like when you've had 30 bad golf shots and you make one good shot, then you have to appreciate it. Because if you can't learn to just say, well, this was what all those 30 days were bad for, this one good day, then you get defeated. That's why you see so many people getting depressed or defeated, having these breakdowns and stuff. You need to understand how to give yourself wins. And here's even more important. In the first 2 years of this business, when I'm losing more money every single day, not making any sales. So you need to be creative and tell yourself why it was a good day. Find these smallest miniature wins. Right, what does it say here? IT. Do you feel like the internet has leveled the playing field in terms of creating job opportunities to the public? In some ways it has, yeah. Like it's made the barrier to entry easier for business. But I think that the globalist companies are operating in a way that's like anti-competitive. So it's quid pro quo. I think back in the day, if you could get like capital together, you could have started like a bricks and mortar shop easily. And a bricks and mortar shop, what's a bricks and mortar shop? A bricks and mortar shop is actually what I first started, and it went bankrupt on me. I had a bricks and mortar business selling bathrooms. Bonjour, Mirage. I don't speak French now. Am I related to Tyson Fury? Is this because of my throat? I don't know. I need to get this resolved. But guys, so just to give you guys a heads up on where we were for last month, we made money. It was a good month for me. We'd had 2 tough months, and like I said to you, is right now I've been like waking up in night sweats, like I can't even concentrate. Got a million things on my mind, and I think that I needed to have a good month. So like, yeah, I had a good month. We made like a lot of money, but sometimes you God gives that to you just when you need it. I was seriously like struggling to function. You try 3 years of losing heavy money, losing heavy money, losing heavy money, and then your main business is also not performing the way it wants, and that is your empire. That's what you spent your life building. It's going to stress you out. What do we have? Doing my workout and listening to you in the background. That's very cool. I hope it's good. I hope that you guys keep tuning in. I'm going to do these every single morning, whether it's going to be a mindset, business, my faith. But yeah, I just want to help inspire people, and I think I could do that. I'm not even going to be cocky. I just think that I think life's hard out there. I think that I've mastered like a few little things which make life easier. Obviously, one part is having a connection to God, and a lot of other parts is understanding that the trials and tribulations of life are the most important things that you have to go through. And actually, because of that, I want to read meditations on stream from Marcus Aurelius. I don't know if you guys know about Marcus Aurelius. Ricardo Moreno, cocky. Yeah, I know. I guess I'm cocky. I don't think I'm cocky. I Cocky's like arrogant. I think I'm just trying to be honest. Being honest, brother. Hey, you guys follow me on Instagram, James Lake Show, and you'll see I'm not being cocky. I'm very humble, given given how I am. I don't know. Everyone always thinks I'm going to be super arrogant because of my Instagram, and then when they meet me, they say I'm super humble. So yeah. Hey, from Oz, how's my English cousins doing? Yeah, doing good, brother. How are you doing? What's the weather like in Australia? Because I know it's your guys' winter, right? But your winters aren't as cold as our winters. So, guys, filling you in on our staffing situation for the week. Oh, we got 19 people in here. Right, I'm just live talking about my business, guys. I am going to do these business vlogs where I just talk about like mindset, business, and obviously those who've been following the channel know I've got a business here that does 15 million pounds, a distribution business, and we had 50 staff. We have like 49 staff now. We started the week with 48. We went up to started the week with 49. We had a German lady start us on the Tuesday, and then something didn't work out, and she just didn't turn up to work on the Wednesday, which is her loss. It was a big opportunity. We very rarely have anyone leave. Like you guys, you met Rebecca yesterday, who's in the office next door. She has been here for 12 years. She was our second member of staff, actually. BC, I was just saying that the lady yesterday, one day, is that our shortest member of staff? Yeah. And you're our longest member of staff? And Jack is close to taking you. If you ever resigned, Jack would take your position, wouldn't he? Nice. Will that ever happen? No, you're never going to resign? Okay, nice. Where's Owen? I was going to speak to him. We'll speak to him in a bit. Probably walking in. Nice. All right. My business. I am an IT distributor. I set out on eBay and Amazon back in 2010, and then I was doing big on eBay and Amazon. You can actually go back, search James Lake Sunday Times. You can see like I was making £1 million net on Amazon. It was sick. I think we were one of the biggest independents on Amazon. So independents, obviously not like a Tesco banner or like an independent business. And just so you guys understand, back then, 2013, 2014, there wasn't a lot of people trading on Amazon. So yeah, I was doing like 5.4 million in turnover on Amazon, and that was like pretty crazy. Crazy enough that the Sunday Times business want to talk to me about it. But what happened is when China got really big onto Amazon, and obviously we were buying our stuff from China, they're selling direct on Amazon, and it's all with Amazon FBA. And what happened to me then is my competitive advantage had gone. The reason they were buying from me is because we were so quick at shipping. We had these great warehouse staff. Actually, Beak was my first picker packer, order packer. So yeah, what we had then was a couple of wholesale customers that we'd met along our journey with retail, and we just went all in. Right, okay, we can't make money now because these Chinese are selling it cheaper than we can sell it for. Let's go all in on wholesale. So we just pick up a phone, bang, 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 and now we do like 12 million a year in the UK and a couple of million here in Holland. And I actually think that here in Holland, just with the same business model that I have in UK, we will be doing like 50 million a year. But that's not what my goal is. My goal is to get this business and this distribution business with the network it has to 1 billion. I have this vision of flying between this office to my Bristol office private and having like 1,000 staff and it being like this living, breathing thing. And I walk in, I don't know everyone, it's so big, and we have this just like killer machine. That's my vision. And I literally every single morning I have like headphones on and I'm like pacing around and think about it. And when I'm having bad days, like let's say I think I'm going to run out of money or I think that it's getting too much, I view it as like as a war. I view it as literally like I'm a meta, like, because realistically, every single man goes to war. Like we have our character arc, the thing that we do that's going to define us. Now, some of our granddads, they went to war, whatever. If you're a salesman and that could be your arc, that could be your war. You going out and giving 110% could be the difference between whether your family gets to hear or gets to hear. So like you have to give everything you've got. You have to leave everything on the table to get there, which means it's war. So when you view it like that, you view the bad days as like that's meant to be. And I have my headphones on and I pace around in my flat from like after Fajr, like crazy early in the morning, listening to like, yeah, just powering myself, feeling a warrior. I think it helps. You need to do this shit, bro. And it sounds cheesy, but if you don't have these techniques, you'll become one of those people who burns out, fizzles out. Like, but if you view every like slight or bad day as like scar tissue and becoming tougher and like a warrior is being forged, I don't know. It's sick. That's what you should do. I missed the tech eco. Oops. As I'm not computer savvy, didn't grow up with them. I got a couple of good side hustles. Not on your level, mate. Bro, let me tell you this. It's not about anyone being on missing anything or being on anything. It's just pick a lane and just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. If you, without any hesitation, push forward, push forward, push forward. It doesn't matter what you're in. You will go to the top. And there's billionaires in every single industry. Well, I mean, that's probably not a factual statement, but you know what I mean. There's people making obscene amounts of money in every single industry. Damn, you good, bro? I hope your business success. God bless, and I hope your family, bro, from Indonesia. God bless you and your family too, brother. What else have we got here? Cold, mate, 26. So yeah, time is 8:36 here, and we start at 8:30, but really, nothing really happens until 9:30, 10. We don't really see any orders. We had a mad one actually. I'll tell you what's so magical about having a distribution business. Like if you have a distribution business like this, where you set up and all you had was office space, a desk, and a phone, but no one even knew who you were. The phone didn't ring. No one even knew what you sold or what you did. And now, like, take for example, I'm going to give you some sensitive information. As this is not my UK business. This is my Holland business. This is the smaller of the businesses. But I'm going to give you something now. This is pretty cool. So yesterday, bear in mind, 2 years, 10 months, sorry, 3 years ago, if we go back 3 years, this business didn't exist. There was no desks. No one even knew who JLC were. There was no presence. I didn't even know the name of this town, Almelo. But anyway, look what happens. We spent 2 years, 10 months, phone, feeling defeated, feeling broken, burning money, nothing working, to now, where there was once no water in the desert, 143,190 euros we did last month. And yesterday alone, we did 12,582. Now, those aren't us phoning and begging for business. Those are purchase orders that have come through. How cool is that? There was no water in the desert before we came here. There was just phones and a desk. And now we did 143,000 last month out here. And that was the same story in the UK, and the UK does like 1 million a month. So it's sick. And this is the thing. And I think that if you just focus and you get your head down and you don't get distracted by any of the nonsense, and this is like the value of having a faith, having a strong discipline. Evan Almighty, boring. It's a bit like your name, brother. Koi, do you have a financial goal and retirement dream? No, yeah, I'm just addicted to the job. I don't have a financial goal. I don't want to leave money to my kids. I think that the wealth that I leave them, inshallah, will be mindset, not money. I want to leave money to charity, but genuine charity, not BS charities. It's designed to protect wealth. I just want to see how far I'll get. I'll never retire because I believe, like Donald Trump says, when you retire, you expire. You see too many people who, when they give up their job, they that's that, and then they're done. And I even seen it with like when my granddad died. My nan died very shortly after, and I think the reason why that's important here is because a woman, really, in a lot of ways, if you look at the more traditional ways, not being misogynistic, just being factual, is a woman. Her main role, especially later in life, is to look and care for the man and the family. So when the man dies, they die very soon after. And I don't believe that she would have died had he have not died. And I believe that kind of relationship applies to the man. So when it comes to work. So man needs to keep working. Listen, if your joints and your knees and everything is messed up and you can't lay another brick, I don't know, maybe you can be an assistant, but you got to try and find a way to lay bricks. Yeah, you're right though. Leaving money can ruin your kids. Yeah, you need to keep your kids hungry. 100%. I show double speed. Hello, James. Yo, brother. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do is I would either I want to have my I want to have kids who will be able to run a business, or I want to have kids who run their own business. But I'm not just going to give them money. I might say like I would loan them money to start a business, providing that they can show me they can make money from a business. But I'm not going to be someone who gives them handouts. And the reason that's pertinent is if they can get the basic framework, being able to make a business. Let's say they save up 2 or 3 grand from their Saturday job, and then they make an eBay business, and they demonstrate to me that they can make £200 a week. Then I'm like, okay, I'll invest into this model. But if he just comes to me like, hey, dad, I want to start this, and it's some hairy fairy idea. Like, no, I'm not going to put money into it because I've seen too many idiots just get lent money by rich parents and just go bung, bust, 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 bust. Like, my dad lent me 15 grand for my business, but it wasn't. I had to literally have a eBay business running. I was doing the car boot sales, and like he could see that, yeah, okay, this is safe. And but I just think just lending people money for the sake of it is a surefire way to ruin the kid. And I was very lucky. I didn't have any pocket money growing up. I earned my money by selling chewing gum on the playground. And then I actually was on eBay and Amazon from like 13 selling purses, handbags, straighteners, boots. It's crazy. As my father always said, I'll give you the tools for war, but not the spoils of war without you having to battle for it, lol. Yeah, brother, that's facts. That's a good message. Your father is a wise man. He ran into a UK businessman. Ah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's what your father needs to do, and that's what you need to give to your kids as well. The ability to earn money. And you know though, what I see is I see all these people in these weird businesses, and I see people who are super super regimented, and I see people who are super super hippie, and I see the only common denomination between the people who are successful is they don't quit and they find a way to enjoy the chaos. And I do genuinely believe that take away all the egotistical stuff. And what I mean by the egotistical stuff is every single business person tries to make you think that business is some like fine art and not everyone can do it. But really, you can. Everyone can do it. The only thing is like stress is very high, so you have to be ready for that. Work commitment's very high. So if you're someone who wants to have like social life outside of it, like sure, there are people who run businesses and have social lives. But the people who run businesses and have social lives don't really have good businesses, not many. The people who are obsessed and work focused psychopaths, they earn a lot of money. And I think pretty much all of those people earn a lot of money. I think that the people who don't really work that hard and do these lifestyle businesses give business owners a bad rap. I actually think that if you went into all the psychopathic business owners that barely sleep, that all they do is think about work and all they do is talk about work and they don't drink, they don't do anything except for work, 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 work. I think pretty much all of those are mega successful. So because of that, yeah, I just think like everyone will always be successful, and your tools for war are mindset and resilience. You get those two things, you're gonna do good. Arianto every day. I'm a YouTuber and a homeless man, disability polio. Oh man, brother, my granddad's mum. Well, actually, my surrogate granddad. My granddad had a friend who never had a family of his own. He was um like an orphan. Well, he was an orphan. His mum died of polio when she gave birth. But my granddad, when he moved away just as that guy became homeless, and then they lived together from the early '90s. And I was born in '89, so he lived with my granddad and my grandma the whole time, and he was like my third granddad. But yeah, like his mum died of polio. He never knew her. It's crazy. And then his dad. This is in 1946, and then his mum. His mum died of polio when she was like before when he's a few months old, given birth or whatever. And then the dad ran away at 3 or 4, and he never had a wife, he never had a family. Like it's a traumatic upbringing. I mean, any time that I ever think about like, oh, life's hard. It's not hard, is it? I still got a mum. So there you go. And I think that we should always remember there's always a lot to be grateful for. Right. Koi addict. Cash flow can make many go insane. I remember my bro first couple of years and cash flow was really hard. Yeah, brother. Cash flow is the main stress of all business. Cash is your blood. If a business is a living, breathing organism, cash is the blood. And when the blood is not there, it just all packs up and it dies. DZMO, Walaikum Salam. And I don't live in the United States. I live in the UK, Bristol, and half the time in Holland. Right, let's get a coffee, guys. I think it'd probably be just as easy to make a coffee than to go ask for one, but I'm obnoxious. What can I say? Sweet BC, please can I have coffee? Thank you very much. Syed, business is IT distribution. We sell like phones, keyboards, cases, bags, cables. Basically, we even sell the computer, but we mainly sell like everything surrounding the computer and phones. But we started out 15 years ago, but we're actually expanding. I'm going to be selling everything in time. And as we start to like max out in the IT sector, we might start to bring in maybe other stuff, go into other sectors. The Dutch are very similar to the Brits, to be fair. Yeah, they are, but the Dutch are very direct. The Dutch are like, when you're not used to them, you could think they were quite rude because you'll be like, hey, you want to come over and hang out? Nah, I don't feel like it. And you're like, whereas English, you'd be like, I'm, I've got to go, I've got to go hang out and see my nan, and I got to go feed this and da da da. You just get all these excuses. Thank you very much. Oh, the listener. Thank you, half sugar. Please, now you shut the door. Hello, Silver Flipper. Oh, Beaksy. Beak, come here, actually. There's people on a live here. Why don't you tell them what you expect for today?
Today is closing up end of month, so busy day.
Do you think it'll be a busy day in sales?
Um,
Have we got anything that there's been sandbagged?
yes.
Guys, just so you know what sandbagged is. Sandbagged is when they have a deal, but they want it to go into next month. Maybe the person because we sell to people who are reselling our kit. So maybe they want it to go into next month because they've hit their target. So sometimes we'll think deals are coming in and it goes silent at the last couple of days. And then on the first of the month, like bang. Anything that we think sandbagged?
Joel, that order for privacy he had yesterday, they only put one through out of 60.
And Jack's big boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice, nice. All right, perfect, princess. Thank you very much for the coffee. Yeah, we have a deal we've been waiting for all month. Said I like Muslim entrepreneurs, need to have more Muslims in powerful positions. Many Muslims think being poor is righteousness or something like that. No, have money is good with it. Yeah, you need to have money, especially the way things are going now. Like the real dark forces are on top of us, controlling even how we think is all money. They wouldn't be able to do it without money. So like we're in a war and like we need to be fighting. It's like you need to go tit for tat. Like you need to be righteous and a good person. And a lot of these tactics that these like globalist elites they use are not good, but you still need to be in the fight. It's kind of like social media is not good, but you need to be in it. 8 months without pay now from YouTube. Oh well, I hope you get there, brother. Um, okay, DZMO has said something in French. Salam alaikum toutes les deux, frères et sœurs, mashallah. I was in France last month. I was in Annecy. Say it true, but it's hard to take debt and be a good Muslim because of interest. It's why we need to help others, brother. Do you know debt is the most annoying thing because, yeah, I'm very blessed. Like I had raised a lot of money personally before I reverted, but if I didn't have any money and I couldn't borrow money, it would be hard to start a business. I'll be honest. Yeah, and like that interest trap, like you get stuck on that. You get people who are literally just maintaining credit card debt that they accrued when they were kids. Man, it's evil. But yeah, guys, the best thing you can do, my best business advice in terms of money is get your own money, work, save, work, save, work, save, and be able to operate without debt, without interest. Because even if you're not a Muslim or not a Christian, it's not a sin for you to charge or pay interest. It's still not good. You get hooked. So many people I know from like 18 years old, they got credit cards, went out spending them on vodka or nights out or clothes on holidays, and then they are literally still paying those same credit cards off 15 years later. And you think that's an exaggeration? It's not. It's crazy. Actually, my first few years of business, I was paying off until I was 23 credit card debt that I accrued from 18 years old, I believe. But then luckily, when I hit the front, I sorted everything out. Like things went, as soon as things went right, they went really right. And then I was able to just suddenly start piling money up. But like, yeah, man, I was very blessed that happened, mashallah. But a lot of people don't have that. So you should be stockpiling with the assumption that at some point you're going to be in a situation where you need you need to have thought about the future. Isn't that interesting that the UK banned them from doing it, the interest free? It's sad that that's happening in Saudi because you want them to be traditional. Same in Oz. What Oz were going to do, they were going to do interest free banking. I would have thought that would have been super Western, but that's mad. So, yeah, guys, going back to mindset is I don't know if many of you guys are familiar with Stoicism, and Stoicism is something that you should research because Stoicism is basically the saying. Marcus Aurelius had a saying, and it was the obstacle is the way, and it's that say you want to become a pro ski jumper now. Well, you're going to have to fall down a lot of times. No one ever came and did that big jump and just landed it perfectly. You're going to fall. And those falls are going to be horrible. But what Stoicism, and they're going to make you want to quit. But what Stoicism is teaching you is saying, look, it's going to be hard, but the obstacle is the route. Like this is the route. It's not meant to be obstacle free. The obstacle is the route. And you overcoming these obstacles is going to make you and this isn't even subjective. This is objective. This is facts. I don't think anyone can refute this. If you go through hard stuff, you're going to become better. If you bench press 100 versus 50, you're going to be stronger. In the midst of doing the press, it might not be fun, but after you've done it, you feel better. So you got to reframe everything, and every trial and tribulation is the same thing. And then I think you're gonna like even you, Arianto, every day is you're on the streets right now, and you view that as the thing that's carving you, going to make you the most wisest version of yourself. Where maybe one day you're going to be speaking to people on the streets, uplifting them to get off the streets. So maybe this is the price that you have to pay to be able to be that guy. And I think that when you look at all that, yeah, right. Syed. I've read about it. There's a really cool video about Stoicism comparing it with Islam. The mindset is everything. It's about how you perceive what life throws at you. 100%. You get your arms blown off, right? Okay. This is going to be a gift because you're going to be stronger mentally, maybe not physically, but mentally than you were before that happened. Whereas the person who doesn't view it that way, oh, poor me, I can never use my arms. Whereas the Stoic, man, he can be proud of the fact that he didn't let a crazy event like that break him. Yeah, I know. I think Saudi Arabia are dropping the petrodollar. What's electric pulse sale? What does that mean? And Koi, mindset is everything. Yeah, I know. Mindset is everything. And Nikita, greetings from South Africa. Greetings. Welcome, Salam, California. Your glass half full of half empty kind of guy is a saying with a great meaning. Yeah, you need to be half full. Like, so when we were, so guys just tuning in now, this is me vlogging our business. I have a distribution business out here in Holland and a big business in UK. We do about £1 million a month in the UK. We do about £200,000 a month out here in Holland. 3 years ago, there was no business at all. So we created this from just desks and a phone. So that's pretty mad. And look, you can see what we've created. I'm going to show you through the window here. Look, you got the ops island here, you got the sales island here, and that sales island did 142,000 sales last month. Obviously, we're 1st of August now, so we're talking about last month as in July. And if we go back to July of 2021, there wasn't even a business here. So now orders came through yesterday to the tune of 142,000, but it was no cakewalk to get it here. I burned 600,000 in losses. I could have literally bought 2 Rolls Royces, and like I don't have loads and loads of money. That's probably like half of what I have outside of the business, or maybe not that much, about a third or something. But just mad though, isn't it? What's the tax situation? So I'm just saying, like, it feels so good to finally be at a place where like the business is working. What business am I running? It's an IT distribution business. JLC Distribution. You should actually go and check out my business. Check it out on YouTube. Type in JLC. That's JLC TV. Type in JLC TV, and we every single day at 1 p.m. we go live with an episode that is either in the UK operation, this operation, and it talks to the operation, talks to the staff, shows us building a business. It's very, very cool. Were you, Arianto? You were selling mobile electronic credit. I heard there can be big business in that. But yeah, I can imagine when all that hit, there's not going to be anyone on the street, so you couldn't sell. Islamic psychology makes you the strongest. Life's a test, so hardship and patience has a reward. Do not fret about the future, since it's in the hands of your creator. Don't fret about the past. 100%, bro. And yeah, the tax situation in Holland is very similar to the UK. I still pay my my earnings tax, like my personal earnings, to the UK because I spend more than half the time in the UK. But in terms of like corporation tax, I believe it's 21%, but I don't actually know what corporation tax is out here since we haven't made any profit yet. But I do believe that it's very similar. But we will find out soon. We will post a profit this year, inshallah. Why have we only got 5 likes but 8 people in here? That's a disgrace. Please go ahead and like, guys. Right, so my next plans for the business, and actually we might go this afternoon, I'll see, is obviously where my German lady started on Tuesday but then left after a day, we need to still get a German speaker. German is critical because currently we're not really selling to Germany, and it's a huge, huge market. And if we're doing 142,000 with no German contribution, like what will we do once we got that sorted? So it's a bit annoying. It's a step back. But again, further to mindset, like business is a lot of that. It's a step forward, step back, or 2 step forwards, 1 step back. So it kind of was 2 step forwards this week because we had 2 staff and then 1 quit. So that's 1 staff. So yeah. We're going to head over to Germany. Obviously, like I told you, we live here in Holland in a place called Almelo, which is only 30 minutes away from Munster. Grenau. Munster's a little bit further. That's about an hour. But Grenau is Germany, so we can drive across to Germany. Quite often, we take my Lamborghini, and it's got my Instagram on the side, and I stand by like, yo, are you looking for work? You looking for work? And then we get a load of people add. So hopefully, we can get some staff. We can replace this young lady that left. But hey, Wasn't meant to be. There's a reason God didn't want to hear. So yeah, we'll work it out. Serious. I love business, but do not know where to start. I think that's everyone, bro, or sister. I don't know if you're a man or a woman because that's a elusive name. But basically, no one knows where to start. Just start an eBay business. Start buying and selling and learning, and start just working out profits. Start with like £100, and then like put a little bit into stock, have a little bit in the bank, and buy and sell, and then work out like to the penny how much profit you make on each item. Start to learn the basics. Sister, serious. Okay, yeah, sister, yeah, just start to learn the basics. It's trial and error. Most really successful business people, they're not like these smart people. They're just kind of people that are like, F it, I'm going to learn. Bro, is it true you got weed scented perfumes in the Netherlands? I do not know. I have no idea. Probably. You have weed scented everything. So, yeah, probably. I buy Tesla stock, lost money. I don't know much about Tesla stock, but I heard they were good, but I haven't heard much about them in a long time. Yeah, mad. I think that, do you know how mad like mindset and stress can be? Is even me who thinks like I'm a strong guy when it comes to business. I've weathered really, really crazy ups and downs. Even me, like I'm waking up with pools of sweat. It's kind of mad. Oh, nice. Best stock tip you got is PLTR for the next 10 years. What company is that? I don't know enough about stocks, so I can't give you guys any expertise, but I'm interested to hear what you guys are saying. I'm actually, again, this is just shows the trials and tribulations of business. I'm actually drawing down on some investments I have to get cash into here. So I don't really care if the business is making money sorry, I don't care as long as the business is making money. I can lend the company money. So like I said to you, I'm lending it money because our debt book has increased so much out here because the business is jumping up. So yeah, my investments are coming out. Well, some of them anyway. It'll be good in the end, though. Like I said, guys. Oh, right. I am a teen in Pakistan. Give us some advice starting a beginner-friendly business. I would say I don't know where you live in terms of like, is it city, is it rural? But just try and either add value to the community, try and offer a service that the community needs and at a price the community can afford. Or if it's viable, start an online business. And if you start an online business, again, you could offer a service. You could offer I mean, there's loads of stuff. You could offer like copywriting where you're like rewording the way people describe their products, their introductions. I personally would start an eBay or an Amazon business. In the UK, I would go to a car boot sale on a Sunday and I would just sell. That's what I did. I used to sell wellies. I used to sell mascara. I used to sell razor blades. I used to go to the market every Sunday. And going to the market every Sunday will soon make you a sharp businessman. Because you're thinking on your feet the whole time. You know exactly how much things cost. You're working out margins. Yeah, it's a developing city. If it's a developing city, I would try and find a service you could offer. Is there nice cars? Valeting cars is a good one because people with nice cars will they'll throw 50 US dollars at a nice car wash. Like you get people where money's not such a big problem to them. You could earn some big cheese. That's the thing. You got to try and think differently. Don't think to just serve yourself because if no disrespect to you, if you're not rich, it's not the not rich you want to serve. Try and think, how does the guy that I want to take money from think? Well, he has a Ferrari. And his Ferrari, he doesn't care. He just wants it looking the business and he wants it easy. He wants it cleaned outside his place of work. Okay, there you go. There's a business idea. Palantir, they're a major AI software company at large. Oh man, nah, Palantir, a lot of bad stuff happens at Palantir, I believe. Aren't there a lot of weapons stuff? I don't want to invest in anything where people can get killed as a result. Man, stuff's dark. Saying that, I'm saying that like I don't say that from a place of virtue. I say it from a place of we need to abscond from these people and we can stop wars hopefully in the end. But I might be invested in stupid stuff because I have a pension as well, and you don't choose where. Yeah, Maybe I have an obligation to make sure that there's no haram investments there too. I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Ugh, I muted it then. Yeah, exactly. I live in an expensive neighborhood. Ah, cool. If you live in an expensive neighborhood, then should be easy, bro. And I tell you what you should do as well is every time you go and clean someone's car, try and get like 5 minutes to chat to them. Ask them about the car, show some interest because they're gonna love talking about the car. And then this is some good advice, guys, because this is how I learn from people. And then don't talk about yourself, talk about them and say, wow, man, this is sick. And ask about their business and then further ask in something that you're interested about their business. And if they feel that you really care about them, they will just open up like a book and they'll talk. And you will learn so much. I learned so much about business from talking to older people. When I was younger, I wasn't talking to people my own age. I didn't care about what girl they got with or whatever they were up to. I wanted to hear older people. And it made me old beyond my years. That's how I made £1 million net at 23 and I was running a business with 24 staff, is because all I did was sponge up from old people. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Stop all this nonsense talk. All I ever talk about is business with people. Like, people always want to sit there and they want to talk about Instagram models. They want to scroll. They want to just do this stuff that's like literally wasting all of their energy. Yeah, don't do it, guys. They don't make weapons and they dark like BlackRock, but they are very valuable. So it's something I have to invest in. Fair enough, brother. Guys, make sure everyone's liking the live. So just for those who have come into here, I run a £15 million distribution business, and I want to do lives that talk about my business, my lifestyle, my mindset, in hope that I can inspire some young guys here who want to do the same thing. Maybe even not young guys, because let's face it, Ray Crocker from McDonald's became a billionaire, and he was up until 56 just a milkshake salesman. So there you go. There's no excuses. So we've nearly been streaming here for an hour. I am gonna check out in a second. I think this is gonna be my go-to, about an hour every single morning. And it won't always be business. Sometimes it's gonna be other things. But yeah, like I said as well, I'm going to start doing some readings on Stoicism because I think Stoicism is going to benefit many people, especially people who are budding entrepreneurs. Stoicism is very, very valuable. The idea that the trials and tribulations that are put in front of you are something we should be thankful for, just like Islam teaches us too. Like the person who has nothing hard happen to them in life is not a person you want to know. They're going to be soft. They're going to be pathetic. So on that basis, who are we to complain about hardship? Suck it up. It's going to make you better. It's just that right now you're doing a set on the bench press and it's a little bit tough. But if you're on the bench press, you wouldn't be like, oh, I give up, and then let it crush your chest. You'd be like, I'm going to get it done, especially if no one's there to pick it up. And all the new guys, all the new generation of today, it's like they let go of the bench press on their chest and then expect their mum and dad or their whoever to pick it up. Like, no. If you view this as a blessing, if you view the force that bench press is putting against your chest, if you view the force of being broke as pressure that's making you strong, if you view the force of the fact that you can't get any sales as the thing that's going to make you a more formidable business person, you don't let it break you, then yeah, a year from now, 2 years from now, maybe even 10 years from now, maybe you've got to go broke a couple of times between now and then. Maybe I do too. But that person will be like, yo, sick that I had all that happen to me, and even sicker that I got through it. That's it, guys. You have to look at it like that way. I don't know what you're saying, Lisa. I do not understand Russian. I am sorry, young lady. Right. I am going to check out now, guys. I'll go live again tomorrow morning talking business. I'll let you know how it goes today. I'll let you know if we go to Germany. I'll let you know if we I was just thinking then. I feel like, when you haven't got stuff done, I need to get a to-do list. That's the other thing, guys. Major key, right? I'll do this on the screen now. Is in business, get a to-do list done, because a lot of business, what will happen is you'll get into work and you're firefighting. What is firefighting, you ask? Firefighting is when you just turn up, you don't really have a day in store, but just fires break out. There's always fires in business. You can try and be idealistic, like, oh, well, if you were running a business, listen, there's always headaches. You can't get away from it. This member of staff a problem, this order a problem, this. So because of firefighting, it's going to take you off your task. And often because of firefighting, you don't really get anything done. So major key, I take one of my JLC distribution notepads, which is different to my closed book leather JLC distribution notepad. I think this is cool as hell. Cool as hell doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. But anyway, so, and I even put the basic ones, you know, like I put pray, I put gym, I put the management meeting. I have to pay tax actually. And talking on that, I said, didn't I, that I need to release an investment. Let's actually do this now. I need to do it. So like, cool. Life's quite crazy. But that's another thing as well. Another master mindset for business is people, if you're moving stuff, say you had money tied up in an investment and you got to move it out and put it back into something or do whatever. That feeling of going backwards can drive you insane because you're like, nah, that was savings. But you can't hold on to like these worldly possessions like that. You need to just understand that everything is energy. The money in the business is the blood, and you need to keep blood in the business. And as long as I can keep the business alive, I see very clearly where this is going. So what I have outside of the business isn't that important. Now, some people would think that's a very reckless way to think. And they say, get money safe, keep it out of the business. F those people. I don't agree. I don't care if I go to the gutter and have to rebuild myself out of it. Like, this is my legacy. And yeah, because you get very, what do you call it, frugal people who will say, good money after bad. Nah, screw those people. Do you come live daily? Yeah, I come live daily. Hope you are well. Right. So I've got the guy that I invest money with drawing down some of my investment, getting out. It takes pressure off of me having any stress or requirement for money from the business either. See, this is what it is. Sometimes you're in the trenches and I see what's happening and I see the way the like tide is turning and I see the way business is going and I see the way that 3 years ago we didn't have a business here and now we have 142,000 in sales. But I also see that we need cash and like we're at war. So F it. Any like protectiveness I have over stuff that I saved, it doesn't matter. The bigger picture is more important. And guys, like I said, you guys are going to witness it on this channel, James Lake Show. So make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram, James Lake Show. You are going to witness it. Me taking this business along with my business partner, along with my partners in the UK, £1 billion company. And to finish it out, guys who are just asking, what is your business? My business is an IT distribution business. It is called JLC Distribution. Check out our YouTube channel, JLC TV, where we showcase, with now 60, 70 episodes actually, the day-to-day runnings of the business. But yeah, crazy. I started it 14 years ago. We now have 50 staff. And 3 years ago, we set up a hub where I'm at now, which is in Europe. And we are going to take over Europe, guys. It's going to be a huge business. I've learned a lot from this and I've done tens of millions of pounds. And I have a lot I think I can teach you guys, a lot about mindset, masculinity, and business. So make sure you subscribe. Over and out.